All right, we are on team number 4 in the MAC already. We have gone through Akron, Ball State, and Bowling Green. If you missed those, the videos are right before this. Again, if you like the content, make sure to like it, share it. Go to the link tree in my profile. There's my Twitter account, there's my YouTube, my TikTok, our Discord, all awesome ways to get great picks. We're moving on to Buffalo. Buffalo is an interesting school. Last year in 2023, they were a 3-win team and really struggled early. They started 0-4, and they weren't that close to games. They got their first win at Akron, but it took overtime. Then they would win against Central Michigan before falling to Bowling Green. They would beat Kent State, but then lose the rest of their games. They really struggled last year. And then they had a coaching change. So their head coach leaves. He takes an assistant job at a Power 5 school, and we've got a complete turnover. The win total here is set at 5.5 wins. On offense, they didn't do a lot last year. They struggled to move the ball. They struggled in the red zone tremendously. They struggled to get first downs. And it wasn't really a line issue. It was a quarterback, wide receiver, running back issue. This year, they've got new running backs. They've got Ron Cook and Mike Washington that have left. They almost had 1,000 yards. They bring back Jaquez Barksdale, but there's really not a lot of depth there. They're looking like they're going to start CJ Agabana at quarterback. He is mobile, but Cole Snyder, who is their primary offensive weapon, has gone to Eastern Michigan. Agabana hit just 8 of 21 passes last year. He's dangerous on the move, but honestly, he's green, doesn't have a lot of experience. In the receiving core, they lost Marlon Johnson. They lost Cameron Ball. They bring in some transfers from Boston College and Columbia, but it may not be a lot. The offense is going to be an issue this year. The defense couldn't stop the run. In the MAC, they're going to have to do that. There's a lot of good running backs in the MAC. The corners for this team are going to be their biggest strength. They are playmakers. They can definitely, cause some turnovers, but they're going to have to cause a lot to get wins this year. We look at their schedule and how it breaks down. They open up against Lafayette, the Lafayette Leopards. They should start 1-0, but it's very possible Buffalo loses that game. Then they're at Missouri. Then they have UMass. Maybe they're 2-1. And then they start their conference schedule on September 21st, NIU. They're going to lose that game. Then they're at UConn. They're probably going to lose that before a bye. Next 4 games, you've got Toledo, Western Michigan, Ohio, and Akron. Really, Akron's probably the only win there. Now we're sitting at 3 wins, and you've got Ball State, Eastern Michigan, and Kent State after that. Probably can get Kent State. But really, this is shaping up to be a rebuilding year for Buffalo. I think they have probably 2 guaranteed wins with either Kent State or Akron and Lafayette. I can see them getting both Kent State and Akron, and then UMass. That gets them only to 4. We're sitting at 5.5 as the win total. ESPN Bet has the best line on the 5.5. They're at -135 right now. If you want to take it there. If you want to get a little bit more aggressive, go over to the Caesars. They're at even 5 at -110. We're going to go ahead and just take the -5 or under 5.5. I don't see them getting 6 wins. This is not a bowl team. It's just not even close. The offense isn't there. They've got a pretty good line, but there's no one to run the ball. There's no receiving core. The defense can't stop the run. They might have a bunch of low-scoring games. They may be able to cover the spread a good amount, just because they have to keep the ball on the ground. But this is a 4-5 win team. Take the under on Buffalo this year.